Hello friends and welcome to another episode of 3 Minute Game Pass. I'm Nathan and today I'm going to tell you if this Game Pass game is worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Resident Evil is back at this semi-reboot that moves the game to first person. Is this reimagining of the franchise worth checking out? Resident Evil 7 is an Xbox, PC, and cloud play anywhere game, so play it on your phone. While it doesn't feature any upgrades, it does run at 60 on every system, and the game is about 8 to 9 hours long. So what exactly is Resident Evil 7? Well, it's a horror game that combines elements of Resident Evil 1 and the first-person horror games like PT and Outlast. You play as Ethan, who while searching for his wife Mia in Louisiana, gets kidnapped by the Baker family. The Bakers all appear to be both nuts and borderline invincible with some sort of sludge in their basement, enabling them to capture, torture, and kill people, and they've infected Mia. So Ethan needs to find a way to both cure Mia and get the hell out before getting spooked to death. Gameplay is very similar to Resident Evil 1, more so than games like Outlast or PT, with a heavy emphasis on exploration, puzzles, and combat. Similar to the previous RE games, the combat ramps up as the game goes on, but the main focus here is the exploration of scary environments. So you'll be going from room to room, finding pieces to solve puzzles in other rooms, all the while avoiding monsters, the Baker family, and God knows what else is out on this farm in Louisiana. I've never been to Louisiana, but I can say after playing this game, it is not high on my vacation list. So what do I like about Resident Evil 7? Well, I feel like this is a great translation of the Resident Evil formula into the first person. The first two-thirds of this game are almost perfectly paced. The visual design also is stupendous throughout, with every gross detail and excellent shadows and lighting adding to the tension. This game looks fantastic, and you can tell a lot of thought and care was put into every scene in every room. And lastly, this game is genuinely scary and suspenseful. The first time I played through it on PC, I had to take breaks because it was actively stressing me out. It really gets under your skin, both with its extreme violence and gore, and just general ambiance that really made it feel like I was playing RE1 back on the PS1 again and having that same kind of spooktacular experience. When it comes to the bad, I felt like the last third of this game is a dramatic change in pace, and it hurts the overall story and feeling of the game. I'm not going to spoil it, but it is very different than the rest of the game and not to the game's benefit. Some of the first-person combat also feels a bit clunky. I understand it's supposed to be. Ethan's not like a combat guy, he's just some dude, but there are elements of it that feel unbalanced. You're not sure how many bullets it takes to kill certain enemies, and Ethan can be a bit fidgety when it comes to aiming his weapons. And lastly, inventory management is a bit of a frustration. I thought we got rid of that with RE1. They did try and kind of bring it back here. Luckily, you can expand your inventory, but early on, I found myself having to make runs to the item box more than I thought I should for a modern game. So you guys know I rate games here on a 3-point scale. Must play, maybe consider, don't bother. This is absolutely a must play. Resident Evil 7 is a great rebirth for a horror franchise that felt like it had completely run out of ideas. While this switch to first person was obviously a gimmicky change, it's supported by a fantastic game of puzzles, shooting, and scares that work together to make a great package. You don't have to have played any of the other games in the franchise to enjoy this one, so turn on all the lights this October, download RE7, and enjoy a spooky trip to the Baker farm. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and go out there and enjoy the hell out of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard.